lunch break big band here. This one is just such an iconic piece. Had to do this one more time here. The Count Basie Band, of course, had a signature tune. Actually, they had a couple of signature tunes, right? You know, when we say that, right? It's like you can't think of the Glenn Miller Band without hearing In the Movie, right? Or you can't think about the Ellington Band without Take the A Train. For the Basie Band, it's April in Paris or 1 O'Clock Jump. I'll let you decide which one's the more famous of the two. But April in Paris, if you haven't seen the movie Blazing Saddles, that's probably one of the few scenes in Blazing Saddles that would not be censored on network television nowadays, right? But it's one of the classic things, right? The joke of the movie, of course, is that this town in the Old West hires out an African-American sheriff and doesn't realize he's African-American. And Mel Brooks, of course, is doing a send-up on the Magnificent Seven, watching the cowboy riding across the desert. And instead of hearing something like the Magnificent Seven thundering out, you hear April in Paris being played by the Basie Band. And when the sheriff is in the middle of absolute nowhere, the camera slowly pans down, and sitting in the middle of the desert for no apparent reason is the entire Count Basie big band playing April in Paris. The sheriff tips his hat to Count Basie tips his captain's hat to the sheriff, and the sheriff keeps writing on like this was all normal, right? But such an iconic one. So we're going to go ahead and give our take, but this take right here is actually not the original Count Basie version, but it has another very famous name attached to it, and that is Doc Severinsen. So this was actually made for the Tonight Show Band back when Johnny Carson was the host back in the day. And it was made for the Tonight Show Band. So we're going to be featuring a young Doc Severinsen back here. That is Conrad Stinson playing the role of Doc tonight. We're also going to be hearing a little from Chris Feddersen over here, again on the tenor sax. And we'll catch about 4 bars of John Douglas in there too, I think somewhere in there. And if you don't know this tune, know that the ending's a little different. So I'll just leave it at that. All right, here we go. April in Paris. One, two, three. Chris Patterson there on the tenor, Conrad Stinson there on the trumpet, Mr. John Douglas on the piano, the Santa Barbara City College, Good Times, Big Band.